The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's basketball starts now.
What happened to my scoreboard?
A delightful good Saturday afternoon. We welcome you to Crestwood, Kentucky for some high school basketball on Glycod alongside my broadcast partner, the man to my left, Jeff Cooper. Hi everyone, I'm John Baldridge, and Jeff, my first high school basketball game this year, and an exciting one here this afternoon. Two teams that met in the 8th Region semifinal last year. In Anderson County that comes in 5-1, and the South Oldham Dragons here at home who come in 3-1. Both teams coming in off wins, and it should be an exciting afternoon action today.
Oh, it should be, yeah. These are two of the top three teams in the 8th Region. Anderson County's the defending champ. I think they're 5-1. South Oldham's off to a really good start. I think they're 3-1. Both teams have outstanding players, Laney Johnson for Anderson and Madison Young for South Oldham, so it should be an exciting game.
You mentioned Anderson County 5-1. They won their last four. They went 31-3 last year and got to the Sweet 16, winning that 8th Region. They ended South Oldham's season in the semifinals. South Oldham with a new head coach this year, taking over Crystal Hatchett, who was assistant here for 8 years and her first season at the helm, in the lead seat. They come in 3-1, winning their last two. As you mentioned, Madison Young averaging 24 points per game. And it really should be an exciting matchup. Both teams averaging about 60 points per game. But it's going to come down to if South Oldham can get the ball in the bucket, as an Anderson County team only giving about 33 points game in and game out.
Yeah, they're going to have a solid defensive team. Have for years. They like to put token pressure on. Sometimes they'll turn it up a little bit and try to turn you over. So South Oldham's got to defeat that pressure and put the ball in the bucket, and they've got to rebound.
It's an Anderson County team with three seniors who have played very well. You mentioned Laney Johnson, also Faith McGregor, and Ella Baum. A very underclassed South Oldham team. Madison Young, their leading scorer in her junior year. We'll mention a lot of Bren Brickey today in her sophomore year, Grace Turner, and also caught up with their head coach. Mentioned Anaya Pratt being a lead force in her junior year. We got a lot to come on the pregame show. We'll come back, give you some keys, and get set for this one here on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Find out more at andersonsales.com.
We welcome you back to South Oldham High School for today's afternoon action between Anderson County and the South Oldham Dragons with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge on the pregame show. And this broadcast was authorized by South Oldham High School, the production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you for being along with us on this Saturday, and we look at an inside look for tonight's game here presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best decor in the Louisville area. At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for the area's best selection. Jeff, we mentioned Anderson County averaging about 60 points per game. They have 3 seniors that really led on in Laney Johnson, Faith McGregor, and Ella Baum. What really stands out to you about them?
Well, they shoot the ball pretty well from all phases. I think they're 44% from the field, 34% from behind the stripe, and 67% from the line. Pretty good. They rebound the ball pretty well. In order for them to be successful tonight, South Oldham does not shoot the ball very well from outside, or they haven't so far this year. So they're going to have to make the Dragons beat them from outside. Second thing I would say is that you got to clamp down on Madison Young. She can't score 20, 25. If she didn't hold her below 20, I think they got a good chance to win this game. Finally, I think Anderson's got to play defense without fouling. You don't want to put South Oldham at the line because they do shoot free throws very well.
Yeah, you mentioned this Anderson County team. They come off a win against Spencer County back on Thursday, 52-27. And South Oldham losing to Anderson County last year in the region semifinal. Gene Heffington was their coach, had a long tenure here with the Dragons, and gives a seat to his assistant, Crystal Hatch, who was here for 6 years between 2016 and 2024 as assistant for Gene Heffington. What does it take to take over a program, even after being assistant for a long time, and try to put this thing together and start putting wins together?
Well, first of all, I think you don't want to get too crazy and change a bunch of things. You've had some success, so you want to try to keep things, pretty much the same, but kind of introduce what you want to do into the picture, okay? They're used to her already, so they know how she's pretty much going to coach. So she doesn't need to change the way she coaches. She didn't start yelling if she wasn't a yeller, and so on and so forth. But if she can be herself, obviously, they know her. She just has to be who she is. And I think she'll have a good run here.
South Oldham doesn't have a player over 5'9" on the roster. Anderson County, 4 players over 5'10", 2 at 6 feet. How do South Oldham be able to get the ball inside and work the ball in the paint today?
Well, number one, they're going to have to make someone other than Laney Johnson beat them, okay? Laney Johnson's a heck of a player, so they have to do something to make sure that she's not the one beating them. When Anderson County goes to the press, they're going to have to handle that, okay? No turnovers. Anderson County, like I said, does put pressure on from time to time. Whether they try to press South Oldham because they're smaller, I don't know. We'll have to see. The third thing, they got to win a rebounding battle, like we talked about earlier. No players over 5'9". Anderson with 3 over 5'10". So they're going to have to win the rebounding battle in order to be successful tonight.
That's our inside look presented by Blinds Direct, serving Louisville over the last 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for their best selection. We'll come back with a lot more to come. We'll break down the starting lineups and get you set for this action between Anderson County and Oldham, South Oldham here in Crestwood.
Direct, not just blinds. Direct, not just blinds.
Definitely. Best time of the show. Check it. Ooh. Oh, come on!
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
We welcome you back here on Glycod in Crestwood for this Saturday afternoon affair between Anderson County and South Oldham with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge, and we look at the all-time series between these two teams. In 24 matchups, Anderson's won 18 of the 24. And last year we mentioned Anderson defeating South Oldham 62-49 in their previous matchup in that regional semifinal. The Bearcats have won the last 8, and the Dragons haven't won a game against Anderson County since 2012.
Wow.
We look at the starting lineups. First for Anderson County, Laney Johnson, the senior, their leading scorer averaging 18.5 per game and 7.5 rebounds, was the 8th region player of the year last year on the girls' side. They'll also go with Emily Gerard, the freshman, 6 foot, averaging 10.8 points per game and 8 rebounds. Her season high of 12 back against Lincoln County. Faith McGregor, the senior, will also start, 5'10" forward, averaging 9.5 points per game and 9.8 rebounds for McGregor. Ellie Baum, the senior, 5'10" forward, averaging 5.5 per game and 2.8 rebounds. A 73% free throw shooter, had 8 points against Douglas earlier this year. And Ellis Schaus also starts, the 8th grader, 5'1", averaging 7 points per game and 2 rebounds. And the head coach is Clay Birdwhistle for the Bearcats in his 11th season, a record of 271 wins to 68 losses. For South Oldham, Madison Young will start, their leading scorer, and her junior, averaging 24 points per game and 8 rebounds. Also, Brent Brickey will start, the sophomore, 13 points per game. Grace Turner, 5.6 points per game. The sophomore had 12 points against Ballard. And also, Anaya Pratt will start 1 point per game in her junior season. We'll take a break and come back in a moment for the tip on Glide Cup.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange.
Welcome back on Glide Cal. We get set for this Saturday afternoon affair here in Crestwood between Anderson County and South Oldham with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge. We're set to go. South Oldham in the white and navy blue with that Anderson logo across the front for Anderson. Pull-up jumper from the left side, no good. We're right there to clean it up underneath is Brickey. From the right block, no good. Deflects out of play and will go the other way for Anderson.
Well, they got an offensive rebound right off the bat, so that's a good sign right now.
Press is off here as Anderson brings it right to left and moves it across the timeline. Scoreless ball game, 20 seconds down. Johnson up top looking inside for the big McGregor, no good. Stays with it, gets its second chance back up top. Man defense to start here and way out front on the right side for Anderson after the offensive board. Both teams like to use their time offensively. High on that left side and deflected out as Johnson got it hit out of play off her hands by Madison Young. That's a matchup to look for. Jeff Young going up against Laney Johnson, both leading scorers for both teams.
Yeah, and so they have to stay out of foul trouble, both of them.
Johnson at the free throw line. Picks it up her dribble. Picked up by Young. Sets it back up top. Gives it off here, move to the hole. McGregor, no good. And taken away by Madison Young. 5-on-4 break. Young crossed the timeline, kicks the corner, looking down low to the left block, into the hands of Anaya Pratt, the junior. Lost it but stays with it, gets it back outside. Long two, no good by Grace Turner, but right there for the second chance underneath. And cleaning it up is Bricky. Pass ahead for McGregor, trying to throw a lollipop down the floor from the timeline. And out of play back to South Oldham.
Now, Bricky nobody blocked her out. I mean, there was nobody close to her.
6:40 to go here in the first, and a 2-0 start for the Dragons at home. Turner brings it across, moves it left to right, pulls the free throw line, 15-footer off the back of the lip, no good. Right there, a second chance underneath for South Oldham. Gets it back up top here to Madison Young. Young trying to move past two defenders, gets to the elbow and puts it in off the glass.
Boy, nice move by Young. She did a good job avoiding the charge there.
Took some contact and a 4-0 lead. Up top, they have Ella Schaus. Hands it off. Back to McGregor. Dumps it left side of the floor to Gerard. 3-ball straight on by Schaus from the right point, no good. Rebound taken away by Young. No, bring it left to right. 5:50 to go here in the first. Man defense for Anderson. Looking down low here for Bricky at the right block. South Oldham has it. Underneath, looking to the left block for Turner. Ball falls to the floor, but back up top. Pull up from the free throw line by Pratt, no good. Clean look there, had her time, set her feet, but couldn't knock it down. Other way to the floor with Schaus, long three off the side of the rim, no good from the left point. Deflects out of play. This will go back the length of floor for the Dragons.
Schaus had a couple good looks out there, but hadn't been able to knock them down yet.
5:30 down and to go here in this first quarter. 4-0 South Oldham. And Turner brings it across, and we got a whistle out front. And the first stoppage today by the officiating crew.
They didn't start the clock.
We mentioned Crystal Hatchett in her first year, and a timeout used by Hatchett here. A record of 3-1 coming in, has won their last two games, and coming out with 4-0 start here early, Jeff.
Yeah, they look pretty good so far. I mean, they haven't taken too many outside shots, at least outside the arc. So Anderson's defense is going to have to force them behind that three-point line and take their chances. But so far, South Oldham's done a great job on the boards and has put a couple in the bucket.
Third game of a triple header today. They had the JV game earlier. Good crowd making their way still in for this varsity action. And you mentioned two teams that have played each other a lot. Anderson has won 18 of the 24 matchups and has won the last 8. But South Oldham trying to get some revenge with their first-year head coach here today as they work their way back on the floor.
Anderson's gone to a 2-3 here instead of the men.
Up top here with Turner.
Looks like.
And a whistle again.
Now what?
Way out front as Turner tried to move it inside the three-point line. Another stoppage as we'll stop it with 5:21 to go here in this first quarter. South brings it left to right. Turner up top again. Looks to the left side of the floor. Looking underneath. Cutting to the hoop. And what a dump in down to the right block for Anaya Pratt. Lays it in for the 2.
Good cut to the basket. And again, Anderson's wanting to step behind on defense.
McGregor inside the paint. Pulls from 4 off the back of the iron. No good. Taken away by Turner. Moves it across the timeline left to right. 6-0 South Oldham. Under 5. Falling to the floor is Pratt. Try to get it back up top to Turner, fell to the deck, and it goes back on the turnover to Anderson.
Tried to go between two people there and got tripped up.
Man defense we've seen throughout so far for this South Oldham bunch. And Anderson brings it left to right. Johnson, their leading scorer, averaging 18 points per game, picked up by Young. High on that left side, and Young takes the way. 2-on-2 break, pass ahead here for Bricky. Deflects out of play, try to get a clean look, past it, back up top, and a bad pass turns it over.
If ever Bricky had to kick that back to Young, she was open. Had a wide open layup, and she tried to force one.
So Anderson still trying to get on the board.
Well, they've done a great job on Johnson so far.
And Turner picks up Schaus here. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson up top, inside the three-point line. Down to the free throw line, picked up by Turner. Three ball back up by Schaus, no good. High rebound tipped up in the air, taken away by Schaus on that Dragons logo. High on the right side. Second chance opportunity. Looking back down low in for Baum here. Spins around a defender at the left block. No good. Rebound taken away by Pratt. They'll bring it left to right. Cross the timeline. 6-0 start here for South Oldham. Young looking inside. Trying to dump it down low for Bricky. Gets into the corner and the right wing. Turner gets inside the paint, kicks it back up top. Three ball by Young. Rattles around the iron, no good. Fell in and then out and back the other way. Rebound to Johnson, kicks ahead to Schaus. Long three from the left point. Deflects out a play high off the glass and back the other way.
Well, Schaus is 0 for 4. I mean, I have a feeling she usually knocks those shots down. So they got to get her back on track here.
3:30 to go here in the first, and a 6-0 South Oldham lead at Steve Simpson Court here in Crestwood. Young hands it back to Turner. Three ball from straight on, no good. Trying to stay with it is Madison Young and gets it back here for Bricky. Man defense, now that 2-3 zone as you mentioned for Anderson. Kicks to the corner, three ball, lines it up and rattles it home. Madison Young set her feet and dialed it up from distance. Timeout. Anderson will break. A 9-0 start for the Dragons here at home with 3:06 left in the first on GlideCat.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GlyCod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from GlyCod.
Well, a strong start for South Oldham here at home, trying to get some revenge after losing to Anderson County in the 8th Region semifinal last year to finish their season. And so far, Jeff, a 9-0 lead in the first. 5 of 9 coming from their leading scorer in Madison Young.
And there's a lid on the Anderson basket down here. They haven't been able to put one in yet, so they got to start hitting the bucket pretty soon here. Don't get too far behind.
Bearcats bring it right to left in their navy blue jerseys. Outside here with Gerard. Skipping underneath. Looking to the right block, and a bad pass. McGregor trying to get it back up top for Johnson, taken away by Turner. 3-on-3 break. Kicks it out of the right block, back to the free throw line. Grace Turner pulls from 15, in and out, no good. Deflects out of play. Johnson trying to stay with it underneath there with Anaya Pratt, and it's off of Pratt, and back the other way to the Bearcats.
Well, they are battling on the board so far.
2:40 to go here in the first, and a fun first quarter we've had. South Oldham and their faithful up 9-0 to the free throw line of the 6-foot freshman and Emily Gerard. Anderson moving it right to left to the corner. Johnson still trying to get on the board. Johnson gets inside the paint, takes some contact off the iron, no good from 3. Deflects out of play. Trying to stay with was Pratt, and it's off of Anaya Pratt and stays with Anderson County.
At least they got her a good shot that time.
So the triggered in the corner. Look inside the paint once again to Gerard and take some contact. And Emily Gerard will take a bump. So that will be the second foul here on South Oldham. They'll get in Gerard once again, picked up by Pratt. Pulls from 5, doesn't hit the rim, and back the other way, left it short.
Looked like she had hit on the arm there.
Rebound goes to Bricky and hands it off to Turner. Turner gets inside the paint, pulls and triggers away from 10, no good. Deflects out of play and back to the Bearcats. So little sloppy, both teams trying to get the ball in the bucket here early in this first quarter. And with 2:03 left, last couple minutes been a struggle, and it goes back to the Bearcats.
It has been, both teams. But Young had a pretty good shot there. Good look, good move.
Under 2 we roll. Anderson dribbles on the deck with their left hand with Johnson. Gets inside the 3-point line, gets into the paint, pulls up the running floater, and it falls. Got down underneath for the block and makes the deuce.
Nice move by Johnson. Now that the lid's off the rim, let's see if they can start hitting some buckets here.
Turner up top. That 2-3 zone we've seen from Clay Birdwhistle's bunch here in Anderson County. Turner pulls around on Johnson, gets inside, got down the block, took some contact, and put it in.
Good move there by Turner.
Grace Turner with the 2, and it's 11 to South Oldham lead. Schaus looking underneath. Gets it into McGregor. The left blocked and left it short. Didn't hit the rim. Rebound back to Young. Gets ahead to Bricky. Bricky in the corner. Looking to skip it underneath. Cutting to the hoop there was Turner once again. And a high pass from Bricky goes back to Anderson County.
Well, once again, South Oldham had a wide open cutter there.
1:03 left here in the first. 9-0. 9-point lead for South Oldham, 11-2. Bearcats bring it right to left. Man defense. Gregor looks inside here for Gerard in the paint. 2 defenders on her, tried to get down to the block, took some contact, and it deflected out of play off the hands of Madison Young and stays with Anderson County.
Johnson tried to force that one there a little bit.
Trying to work the ball inside with their size and really haven't been able to do it so far.
No, and they haven't really been able to, when they do get the ball inside, they haven't been able to convert.
We mentioned South Oldham, not a player over 5'9" on the roster. Anderson County, 4 players on the team standing over 5'10" and 2 at 6 foot. Underneath, right of the hoop, they'll throw it in here for the Bearcats. Get it back up top and into the hands of Abby Wells, her first action. Kicks it left side of the floor. Schaus picked up by Turner. 38 to go here in this first quarter, and a long 3 by Schaus, and Ellie Schaus dialed it up.
Yeah, you knew she wasn't going to stay cold for long.
11-5. Turner in the corner. Using the baseline underneath. Trying to spin around underneath the hoop. Gets it back up top. Long 3 taken by Pratt off the back of the iron. No good. Long rebound deflects back into the hands of South Oldham. At the free throw line with Young. Young lost it, stayed with it in the corner on that right side and takes some contact from the backside with 14 left here in the first. And it will stay underneath with the Dragons.
I will say this, the officials are letting them play. There's no doubt about that.
11-5 the score. The first 9 went to South Oldham in the ballgame. 14 left here in the first quarter. Looking underneath, trying to get it down low in the hands of Toro, just checking in, the senior. And off the hands of the Bearcats, stays now left of the hoop here with the Dragons. They'll throw it in with Young. Gets in the hands of Turner. At the elbow on the left side, gets inside the paint, kicks it back up top, long 3 off the side of the rim, no good there for Toro, but able to stay with it is Bricky. Looks underneath again for Toro, off the glass, high off the cylinder, put it in for the 2. And that's how the first 8 come to the close. McKinney Tenora, her first action, and makes it a 13-5 game after 1 here on Glycat.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
After 8, a 13-5 South Oldham lead and a very promising jump here. Back with Jeff Cooper. I'm John Baldridge on Glycod. And Jeff, first 8 were really owned by Crystal Hatchett's bunch out there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they're doing a great job cutting to the basket. Anderson's either late on their switches or not getting over the screens. Even though they're playing a zone, you can still run that type of offense. So Anderson needs to pick it up.
They'll get it into Schaus. She'll bring it across, move it right to left here for the Bearcats. Over the hands on the left side for Johnson. Long 3 and rattled it home. Straight on and knocked it down.
She took a little jab step there and Madison Young went for it.
13-8. Turner up top, moving it left to right for South Oldham. Gets down to the baseline left side. Man defense picked up by Johnson. Hands it off to Young. Runs off a screen, gets to the free throw line, took some contact, went up, missed the shot, but she'll go to the stripe for 2. Madison Young has looked well here through the first 8:30 in this ball game.
Yeah, she's much improved over last year. She must have had a really good summer. And I knew she had some talent, but coming in her junior year, she looks like she's improved a lot.
Young, a 71% free throw shooter, makes the first, and it's 14-8. Young had 31 points already this year. Her career high against Ballard back on December 10th. The second knocks it home, and it's a 15-8 game.
Boy, both of those look really good. Really smooth.
Schaus has it, brings it across that S logo here at South Oldham. Moving it right to left, picked up by Young. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson runs off a screen. Picked up by Young once again. Trying to get down low into the corner now on the right side. Back up top, long three taken by Abby Wells off the back of the lip. No good, but right there McGregor stays with it. Second chance back up top to Johnson. Johnson gets inside the paint, pulls from 8 off the back of the iron. No good. Deflects, rebound, falls to the floor. 2 players right there, and we got a tie up. Looked like Anaya Pratt got her hands on it.
Yep.
And they're going to give it back to South Oldham.
Couple decent looks there again for Anderson, just not being able to put him in.
The opportunities have been there, a couple second chance looks, as you mentioned, and still only 8 points to show for a team that averages over 60 points per game.
They've put McGregor on Madison Young. It looks like she's face guarding her all over the court.
Turner, long three from straight on, rattles around the iron, no good, but right there, a second chance for Pratt. Hands it off to Young in the corner on the left side. Young trying to get inside that three-point line. Skips it across the floor, down low. Beautiful pass for Turner, cutting the hoop, and puts it in for the right block. What an entry pass. I believe it was Brent Bricky.
Yeah.
17-8, a 9-point South Oldham lead. Johnson a long three from the left point, no good. Took it from about 25 feet. And off the side of the iron, no good. Out of play back to the Dragons. 6:19 to go here in the second.
When Johnson does get a look, there's a hand there. So they're doing a really good job on her.
And Turner will jog it up and walk it into the front court. Grace Turner for South Oldham. Gets down to the elbow, pulls from 15 from the left side, no good. Back the other way with the Bearcats. Johnson, a baseball pass ahead here to Abby Wells in the corner. Back up top, straight on with Johnson, picked up by Young. Looking down low to the left, block for McGregor, got it blocked. Staying with it underneath is Emily Gerard. She took some contact, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, McGregor made a mistake there. She put the ball on the floor. She just went right up with it when they had that issue.
It helps to have 6-footers on your team, and the freshman Emily Gerard at 6 foot, a 47% free throw shooter. We'll have 2 here. First off the back of the iron, no good.
Didn't look bad. Had good form.
Talked to Clay Birdwhistle, their head coach, before the game, and really was happy with what he's seen from Emily Gerard this year. Only a freshman, has a lot of talent, will be a very good basketball player in the state of Kentucky. Goes 0 for 2 there. McGregor back up top to Johnson, 17-8 South Oldham. Falls the floor, kicks the corner, no. 3 ball by Wells from the left point, no good. And deflects out of play off of Anderson and back to the Dragons.
Yeah, McGregor knocked it out, no doubt.
5:43 left here in the first half.
John, watch what McGregor's doing. When Young throws the ball in, she's staying right with her, right in front of her. She's not helping on anybody. So it's basically a box and one, although it's really not.
Turner, we've seen very good spacing so far, I believe, from South Oldham in this ball game.
Excellent spacing, the ability to cut.
In the corner, Turner lines up a 3 from the right point, no good. And back the other way, 5:20 to go here in the first half. Johnson hands it off to Wells. Wells in the paint. Kicks the corner over to Gerard. Now straight on here with Wells. Back to Gerard on that right point. Johnson high on the right side on that Steve Simpson logo. Gets inside the paint, takes some contact, put it off the glass for 2.
Nice move by Johnson there. She did a great job avoiding the contact.
17-10 South Oldham. Under 5 we roll in this second quarter. Up top they have it. Bricky trying to back her way home. 2 defenders on her, got down to the block, and we got a tie up. Tried to kick it back up top, but wasn't able to.
They got a little too far in there.
And back the other way. Possession error belongs to the Bearcats. 17-10, a 7-point South Oldham lead here in this first half. Wells picked up here by Turner. Looking down low for Gerard, a bad pass. Pratt got a hand on it, back to Grace Turner. Turner trying to swing it to the corner. Lucky to get it to Young. Young gets inside the paint. A shot doesn't hit the rim. Running in transition. Back the other way here with Johnson trying to pass it ahead into the paint. And a bad pass taken away by Turner once again. 2-on-2 break going the other way and left it short of the rim. Back and forth and some sloppy possessions.
Yeah, there is right now.
Wells dribbles into the paint, kicks the corner, long two from 10 from the right side. No good there from McGregor. And back to South Oldham. Bricky into the paint, bullies her way home.
The help was late on that when they got there, but she was able to get the ball up.
Got down to the glass and kissed it in for two. 19-10, South Oldham. Wells gets it back to Gerard at the elbow. Picked up by Pratt. Gets down to the block. Spend her way home but missed the shot. Too strong off the cylinder. And back to South Oldham to the corner. Three ball by Bricky is good. Beautiful pass right there set up from Grace Turner. 22-10.
Well, I'll tell you what, Anderson's defense is not very good right now. They're giving up a lot of wide open shots.
12 points, South Oldham lead. 3:17 to go here in the first half. Back up top with Schaus looking to the corner in front of that South Oldham bench, and a bad pass trying to get it to Abby Wells and back the other way. Some subs both ways as Turner will take a seat for South Oldham. And they'll bring it up here with Madison Young. Young looking to the corner. Three ball from the left wing, trying to get the shooter's roll. No good there by Buckman, just checking in. Back inside, down low for McGregor, trying to use her string, and left it strong off the rim and back to Young. Young trying to dribble into the paint. Moving it left to right and can't hit the rim. Back to Johnson for Anderson County. Johnson looking to the corner, an offensive foul. Try to use the shoulder and try to swing it out right side and call for the offensive.
Yeah, she did. She just kept that shoulder in a little bit and just drew the contact, but she tried to kind of go through her a little bit.
Lainey Johnson, 6 foot, trying to use her size. And too much right there. Three ball from the right wing. Good pass looking there for Buckman once again. And back to Anderson, 22-10 South Oldham. 2:20 to go here in the first. Gerard inside, kicks it to the left block underneath for McGregor and has the deuce. Beautiful pass underneath from Emily Gerard.
Absolutely.
10 points, South Oldham lead. Bricky gets it back up top. Trying to work her way home here is Buckman. Pulls from the sideline and knocked it down. He got into the hands of Anaya Pratt, and she put it in for two.
That was a nice little maneuver there.
12 points, South Oldham lead. A fast-paced first half. McGregor and the paint, kicks it to the elbow. No good for Gerard from 15. And back to Madison Young for South Oldham. Moves it across the timeline. Gets the elbow, pulls from 15. No good, and taken away by Gerard once again.
Good help by Young there.
Anderson will slow it up and jog it up into the front court. A 12-point South Oldham lead, leading at 24-12 here in the first half. 1:20 to go. Johnson gets down to the baseline right side and gets it back up top. In the hands of Gerard. Hands it off for McGregor. Now dumps it right back over to Johnson. Three ball from the right point, no good, off the side of the rim. And back the other way with the Dragons. And a timeout used with 1:05 left here in the second. We'll take a quick timeout also. A 12-point South Oldham lead, 24-12 here on GlyCat.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from GlyCat.
So a quick timeout used by Crystal Hatchett with 1:05 left here in the second. Back with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge in this Saturday afternoon affair here in Crestwood between the South Oldham Dragon Ladies and the Anderson County Lady Bearcats, and a 12-point South Oldham lead. And Jeff, through the first 15 minutes, what has really stood out to you?
Man, South Oldham, the way they move the ball, they cut to the basket, and they find the open person. They've even knocked down a couple threes. So
South will bring it left to right here and do so with Bricky. Gets it off to Buckman in the corner over for Pratt. Pratt picked up by Gerard. Back over to Bricky in the right corner. 50 seconds left here in this first half. Cross court over to Buckman. Long three off the front of the rim, no good. Taken back by Johnson. Baseball pass ahead to McGregor down to the left block and left it short. Taken away by Bricky. Also falling on top is Gerard, and the officials right there on top of it. And they're going to call a foul here on Emily Gerard on a hold in the back, and this goes back to South Oldham. So 37 seconds left, and you hold it for a final shot here, Jeff.
I would, unless you get a really good look inside.
We'll see what they do now down to 30 seconds. In the corner of Buckman, had a look, gives it up and looks inside. Back to Buckman at the right point. Gets inside the paint, takes some contact, tried to go up on two defenders, missed it, but got it back underneath on the left side here for Bricky, no good. But able to get it back into the corner here and deflect it out of play off Anderson County. Lucky there that we're able to get your own miss with Bricky.
Yeah, I mean, again, they've done a great job. The other thing, they've done a great job on the boards. I know they're out rebounding Anderson right now.
Started this possession at 37 seconds, now 15 left here in the first half. 24-12 South Oldham. Bricky into the paint, takes some contact, but a travel called first.
Yep.
Moved with the basketball. And with 9 seconds left, a chance to cut this deficit for Anderson County.
I would do whatever I could to get Laney Johnson an open look here from three.
So they'll roll the ball up here and get it back to Johnson. Cross the timeline, moving it right to left. Johnson gets a screen by Gerard. From the three-point line, straight on, pulls and triggers and leaves it short of the rim. A very promising first half and first 16 minutes from Crystal Hatchett's bunch, trying to win their third straight and lead it 24-12 at the break. We'll come back and break down the first half, get set for the second here in a moment on GlideCat.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov under Solid Waste Management.
A 24-12 South Oldham lead here at home, trying to win their third straight game, and they've lost the last 8 matchups. You got to go all the way back to 2012 since they beat Anderson County. And, Jeff, a very promising first half.
Absolutely it was. South Oldham's very impressive. The way they move the ball and cut, the rebounding, and Anderson can't make a shot, and they're a step slow on defense.
I think the interesting thing to look at in the second half, they really haven't called a whole lot of fouls in the officials in this first half, and it's really helped the advantage. And I have to say what Crystal Hatchett's done in the offseason, have these players be able to move as quick as they have down the floor. You talk about the size for Anderson County, having those 5'10 players, 5'11", and 2 6-footers. But it's really been the way that South Oldham's been able to work the ball inside.
Yeah, and it seems like they're that Anderson's following the cuts instead of getting there. They've had a couple times where they've been able to beat the cutter to the spot, but most of the time they're behind them, and that is the reason South Oldham's getting so many good looks. Anderson can't get Laney Johnson free for shots, and the other players haven't stepped up. So McGregor and Gerard are going to have to step up here in the second half.
Look at some of the individual numbers in the first half. Laney Johnson leading this Anderson County team with 7 points, has 1 foul. Faith McGregor with 2 points, and also Bryn Brickey with 3. Meanwhile, for South Oldham here at home, they've really got a lot of different players involved in this ball game. Starting with Madison Young, their leading scorer with 7. Also, they've had 4 points from Anaya Pratt. The junior stepped up well.
Yes,
Grace Turner's looked well. She's had 5. And another, and also one more I forget to mention is Allie Stahl with 2. So really looked well from the South Oldham team here today.
Yeah, they've got some good players, Brickey and Turner and Pratt, that go along with Madison Young. So I've been really impressed with them. I think the region's a 3-team race between South Oldham and Anderson, and I think the favorite's Simon Kenton. But hey, these two can play with anybody.
Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you in part by German American Bank, supporting your community with German American School Spirit. Check card, visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. Tonight's scoreboard is also presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions, clarity for your financial future. About 3 minutes before we get back to action here, we start this third quarter, a 24-12 South Oldham lead on Glycad.
Be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life. Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycon.
24-12 South Oldham lead with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge. Starting the third quarter here on Glycon on this Saturday in Crestwood. And Anderson will get the basketball. Jeff, how do they get back into this ball game?
Start making some shots, play better defense, and put a little pressure on them. Now, they might go right through the pressure. I don't know, but they need to try it.
They'll bring it left to right with Ellie Schaus. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson down to the left block. Took some contact, missed the shot. Didn't hit the rim and back the other way. 2-on-2 break for Pratt. Going coast to coast and left it short of the rim. But right there, Bricky a second chance. Lost it, deflected out her hands. Right at that Dragons logo high on the right side. And it'll go back the other way here for the Bearcats.
Yeah. Johnson and Young both got fouled on their shots. I mean, McGregor got to Young and kind of bodied her off balance and didn't call anything.
7:30 left here in the third quarter and a foul underneath. Trying to trigger it in for Emily Gerard. And a push in the back here on South Oldham.
So it's Pratt, wasn't it? Yep.
So they'll trigger it in. Look for Gerard. Left alone at the left block and has the deuce.
Nice play.
Beautiful entry. And it's a 24-14 game. Into the corner. 3-ball by Bricky. Didn't hit the rim. Falls the other side of the floor. Trying to stay with it there was Young. And Young gets it back to Bricky. Bricky at the free throw line. Looking underneath. Beautiful look for Buckman. Took some contact. Left it short of the rim. And falls out of play back to the Bearcats.
Sure was a nice play, though, but good help defense by Johnson there.
McKenna Brickman, the freshman, has seen action in all 8 games this year. And back the other way with 6:50 as they move it across the timeline, left to right for Anderson County. 24-14, South Oldham. In for Gerard. Spins around from 3, no good. Right there, McGregor a second chance. Took some contact, no whistle. And falls out of play off the hands of Buckman.
Gerard made a great move, spin move right there, and got the left hand, just couldn't get it to drop.
6:43 left in the third, and they'll get it Gerard at the elbow. Picked up by Pratt. Hands it off for Schaus. On that S logo. Slowly using their time on this possession. Back up top here for Baum. Baum picked up by McKenna Buckman. 6:22 left here in the third. Straight on here with Schaus once again, trying to trigger the logo and high on that logo, almost an over and back, but Johnson gets a hand on it. Picked up by Young, gets into the paint from the elbow, pulls from 15, no good. Trying to stay with it underneath. Gerard gets a hand on it, but taken away by the Dragons. Stolen right there by Young, and she'll move it across the timeline right to left. Young picked up by Johnson. 24-14, a 10-point South Oldham lead. Into Bricky at the right block. Missed the rim. Didn't get a great look at it. Back the other way. Swing it to the corner. 3 ball from the left wing. No good. A pass ahead by Johnson. Had time for Baum. Missed the 3. And a rebound taken away by Young. And a foul pushing the back on Anderson County.
Yep.
5:40 left here in the third. 1 foul on both teams to start this third quarter of play.
Anderson County doesn't have a number 3, so I don't know who they called that foul on. At least it was in the game.
Dragons high on that right side, double team and taken away. Johnson picked her up and stolen away by Schaus.
Maybe that's what they do, is put the pressure on half court.
Long 3 by Johnson from the Dragon logo, high on that left side, about 30 feet out, missed it. Off the front of the rim. Back the other way, looking for Buckman down low. Got it to fall. Beautiful entry from Bricky at the right block and had the deuce.
Absolutely.
26-14. Under 5 we go in this third quarter of play. Abby Wells back in. Hands it off over for Baum, straight on. Now pitches it right side of the floor. Kate Cooper. Back straight with Johnson. Now left side of the floor with Baum. Baum tightly guarded by Buckman. Stolen away. 2-on-1 break. Young takes some contact underneath. Got it down low for Bricky, and she has the righty layup.
Back up to 14.
28-14. And South Oldham has led throughout. Johnson at the elbow. Pulls it off the glass, no good. Right there at the left block. Second chance doesn't fall for McGregor. And the flex out of play will stay with Anderson County.
Well, I mean, they're letting it go both ways. So you can't, if you're a coach, you can't complain right now. But there's an awful lot of contact on some of these shots.
We've seen that pretty much in the first half, now here in the third quarter. And inside for Johnson. Got into the paint and has the shot from about 4 feet. 28-16. Turner back in. Gets into the corner. Bricky straight on. Picked up by Schaus. Pedals her way home. Takes some contact at the right block. Missed it. And back to Johnson. Zoom it across the timeline. Straight on here with Schaus. Man defense for South Oldham. In the corner, 3 ball from the left wing. No good for Baum. Rebound to Madison Young, their leading scorer, averaging 25 points per game. At the elbow, pulls away, shot off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Laney Johnson for Anderson County. Trying to pass ahead, a baseball pass once again, a bad pass. Taken away by Turner. Gets in the corner, 3 ball, Bricky from the right side. Missed it, and a push in the back trying to corral the board underneath was Madison Young.
Yeah, that was Young, yeah.
And goes back to the Bearcats. Back and forth we go here in this third quarter.
Well, Anderson cut it to 10, and South will go back up 14. So they got to get some stops on the defensive end.
3:18 to go in the third. A 12-point South Oldham lead, up 28-16. Kate Cooper, the senior guard, gets it to the elbow. Now hands it back straight up for Johnson. Johnson picked up by Young. Gets down on the block on the right side. Took some contact. Call for the travel.
I didn't see that. She might have, though. She might have moved her pivot foot there. The bar here blocked me.
High up on our angle point today, above some of the bleachers seating here at Steve Simpson Court in South Oldham and Crestwood. 28-16, Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge. Up top here they have it. Bricky gets it to Turner in the paint. Turner hands it off to Pratt from the elbow, from the left side. Rattle around, in and out, no good. Trying to stay with it underneath. 2 fall to the deck. Pratt stayed with it. Also there was Kate Cooper for Anderson County. And the possession arrow will keep it with the Dragons.
Timeout.
And a timeout assessed here as Crystal Hatchett calls for time, so we'll take a timeout also. It's a 28-16 South Oldham lead. 2:30 left to go in the third on Glycat.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
28-16 South Oldham here in Crestwood, and South Oldham will throw it in underneath with Pratt. Gets it over to Madison Young. Young from the free throw line, triggers from 15 out of play and back the other way.
And she forced that one a little bit. There was no contact on that one. That was just a force.
So Bearcats will get it back down 12. And for the latest updates on all high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit glycod.com. We enjoy what we do and appreciate your support here on Glycod. And Johnson has it up top. Down 12, pulls from straight on and rattled home a three.
Yeah, that's big. That knocks it down below 10 now.
28-19, 2:02 left here in the third. South Oldham moving it right to left. Bricky to the corner, three ball. Turner from the right side, no good. And rebound tracked down by McGregor. Gets it to Johnson, passes ahead, across the floor, and looking for Baum underneath at the right block. Got it swatted from behind, and will stay with Anderson County.
Coach Clay Birdwhistle when there's practice on Monday. I'm talking about within 2 feet of the basket, catch the ball, and do not put it on the floor, because that's the third time it's cost them a layup.
So they'll throw it in left of the hoop. Get it into McGregor. McGregor gets inside underneath, takes some contact. Missed the shot, but go to the stripe for two. Faith McGregor, their senior, one of the 4 seniors on this team, averaging 9 points per game. And has been excellent at the line this year. Hasn't missed a free throw and makes the first there.
And you just jinxed her.
28-20. And with 1:42, Jeff, we'll see if she can go 2 for 2.
She sure looks good up there. You know, shots are perfect.
And knights the net, and it's a 7-point game. So Anderson trying to claw their way back into this thing. Down 7. Bricky gets underneath. Almost called for a carry, but lost it underneath the Anderson County hoop. Try to carve her way down low and lost the ball out of play.
Bucket here cuts it to 5 or maybe 4.
1:30 left in the third. Left side of the floor. Here with Johnson. Now straight on that S logo here at South Oldham. And a foul out front away from the hoop. Johnson took a bump. And we'll see who they get here. Believe it was Young with 1:18 left in the third.
No, second was Pratt. That's her third.
4th foul in the quarter, 1 away from the bonus for Anderson. Inside for Johnson to the right block. They got it to her and laid it off high off the glass for the 2.
John, she sure is good about spinning in there, getting at an odd angle, but still able to use the backboard.
5-point game, 28-23. Bricky straight on. Right side of the floor for Turner, and a foul outside here on Anderson County. That's a second in the quarter on the Bearcats. A little hold, and they'll throw it underneath left of the hoop with Pratt here for South Oldham. Man defense for Anderson County, and a bad pass taken away by Johnson. 3-on-3 break. Johnson picked up by Turner, gets down to the block, missed a shot from the right side, trying to stay with it as Schaus gets it back up top to Baum. Right side of the floor for Wells, kicks it across now left side, and the hands for Schaus, looking down low. McGregor, defender on her, gets into the paint, high off the glass, has the deuce, the hoop, and the harm, and a chance for one more at the line.
Good move there by McGregor and powered it up. Use your strength there on that one.
Faith McGregor back to the stripe, and a chance to make it a 2-point game with 38 seconds left here in the third quarter of play.
All of a sudden, South Oldham has gotten cold.
McGregor trying to go 3 for 3 from the stripe, and it rattles in and out, no good. So it stays at 28-25, South Oldham lead. Young, cross the timeline, moving it right to left, gets down low, got it blocked. Downhill drive, and it stays underneath with South Oldham.
Once again, Johnson with the good help down there.
Pratt gonna throw it in and gets it in here for Bricky. Man defense for the Bearcats. Can hold for a final shot with 20 to go here in the third. They're gonna trigger it up with Turner though from the left point and left it short.
I'm not sure I'd have done that, but she did have a good look.
Rebound to Johnson. She'll carve her way home. Got into the paint. Threw it high off the glass, but no good. 2-on-2 break for South Oldham. Taken away here by Young.
Oh.
Gets into the paint, missed it from 5. And rebound taken away by Anderson County. Ahead to Johnson. Long 3 from 30 feet from the left side of the floor. No good. And that's how the first 24 minutes come to a close. 8 to go and an exciting ball game on this Saturday. South on top. 28-25 on Glycat.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
A 3-point South Oldham lead as we go to the fourth quarter of play with Jeff Cooper back on Glycat. I'm John Baldridge at our broadcast table here at Steve Simpson Court in Crestwood. A 28-25 South Oldham lead, but Anderson able to fight back. They were down 12 at the break and have clawed back into this thing.
Yeah, they have, and again, they make a few shots, they're ahead. Of course, South Oldham's stopped making shots right now, so both teams are really struggling offensively.
Laney Johnson has came alive, 14 points in the ball game. Anderson will get it as Johnson triggers it in for Ellie Schaus. Picked up by Bricky. Gets it to Johnson straight on. Johnson back to Schaus from the left point. 3 ball is good. Tied at 28, and they fought, clawed, scratched all the way back into this thing for Anderson County. Bricky high on that right side and in the corner now. Looking down low for Young. Young gets inside the paint, triggers away from 15. No good.
That's a tough shot there.
Rebound back to Laney Johnson. Gets it to Baum. 3 ball again for the left point. No good. And a rebound tracked down by Young. She'll get ahead, cross the timeline right to left. Into Bricky. Gets down low inside the paint. Fell the deck, but a foul called first. And we'll keep it with the Dragons. First foul on either team here in the fourth, and with 7:11 left in the fourth quarter. And a game tied at 28, South Oldham will throw it in. Pratt trying to get it in, looking into the corner for Buckman right side. And a flex out of play off of Johnson, and will stay now right of the hoop with the Dragons. And Grace Turner, who had a very good first half, will check back in for Buckman.
Anderson's done a much better job defensively here in the second half. That's for sure.
Pratt looking, gets it in here for Bricky in the corner right side. Man defense by Anderson County. Back up top, Turner gets to the free throw line, pulls up from 15 and got it to fall home.
Got that lid knocked off the rim there.
30-28, under 7 to go here in regulation. Cross court pass, 3 ball by Wells, no good for Anderson County. And back to the Dragons with Young. She'll move it across right to left. Gets down to the right corner and dribbled it off her leg out of play. Right in front of her own bench.
Oh.
Lost it, and back to the Bearcats.
Well, that's just frustrating for you.
Madison Young with 7 points in the ball game, but has been kept in check in the second half. 6:35 to go. Johnson high on the right side, dribbles on the deck with a right hand. Now hands it on over to the corner for Wells. Wells to bomb at the free throw line. Man defense for South Oldham. Gets the block, pulls away from 5, no good. Wells right there, second chance, takes some contact, and she'll go to the line. Missed the shot, but a chance to tie it up once again with 6:20 left here in the fourth.
Well, they bailed her out there because she was way too far under the basket to take that shot.
So 2 upcoming here for the junior Nabby Wells, who's 1 for 3 from the stripe this year, and misses the first here. Wells had her season high of 9 points against Shelby County back on December 9th. As we mentioned, Anderson County comes in 5-1, South Oldham 3-1. These two teams met in the regional semifinal last year as the second falls home, and it's a 1-point game. Anderson County winning that semifinal and went to the state tournament. South trying to get some revenge. Turner at the free throw line. Gets it back up top here to Bricky. Bricky a long 3, swirls the iron, no good. 30-29 South Oldham. Johnson will bring it up and jog it up.
And with a chance to take the lead. Wow.
Looking for their first lead today. Long 3 from straight on and out, no good.
Did everything but go in.
She's taking a lot of long 3s. Another one right there, and just didn't fall home. Inside the paint, trying to carve her way home was Madison Young. Takes some contact, and that will keep it on the floor underneath with South Oldham.
You called that on Wells, I think.
So they'll trigger it in here with Toro. Back to Young, long 2, right in front of that 3-point line, got it to go. Knocked it home for about 18 feet, and it's a 32-29 game. 5:30 to go and change. Johnson looking down low for McGregor, takes contact, high off the glass with the right hand, made it from 3 and has one more at the stripe.
Another good move down there by McGregor. She's about 7 or 8 feet from the basket there. So it's okay to put the ball down and make a move. You just don't want to catch it and dribble and go right up. You're going to get it blocked.
We've seen some cross-court baseball passes today from Laney Johnson, but a beautiful pass right there looking for McGregor.
Absolutely.
Chance to tie it up, and the free throw rattles around, in and out, doesn't go home.
You kidding me? That hit every single part of the rim.
Swirled around, and it stays a 1-point game. Turner has it for South Oldham. Straight on here with 5:07 left. Gets past the defender, down to the left block. Try to back her way in and missed it. Back to Johnson. Johnson kicks the corner, 3-ball right side. No good there for Baum, but McGregor with the board. Back up top to Johnson. Gets the free throw line and knocked it down. The first lead for Anderson County with 4:47 to go and a 33-32 lead. Bricky straight on. Picked up by Schaus. Hands off right side of the floor around the 3-point line. Everything outside here for Turner. Kicks the corner, 3-ball up. No good there. Believe it was taken by Allie Stahl and goes back the other way. Johnson gets inside the paint, swings the corner, using the baseline, trying to go underneath. Took some contact with Faith McGregor once again. Worked her way home. Missed the shot, but she'll go back to the line for 2.
I think it was Baum on that one.
It was Ella Baum. Correction there. And the 5'10" senior's first is no good. Baum coming in, an excellent free throw shooter last year. 73% on the line this year so far through the first 6 games.
You know, South had 28 points midway through the third quarter, and Anderson scored the last 11 to cut it to 25. And now they've outscored them. They've held South Oldham to 8 minutes, 4 points.
Makes the second a 2-point Anderson lead, 34-32. Turner gets it back up top. Stahl picked up by Johnson. Johnson falls the floor. What a move by Stahl. Got her defender to fall down and made the layup. Tied at 34. Johnson looking underneath for McGregor, and a bad bounce pass goes the other way.
It's one of those, you throw it and you're like, oh no, she wasn't open.
Trying to look across court from the left point down to the right block, and a bad entry goes back to South Oldham, a chance to get the lead back here under 4. Turner up top. Hands it off to Bricky. Bricky picked up by Schaus. Trying to get downhill. Gets it back up top. Buckman back in. To the corner, 3-ball. Stall. Doesn't hit the rim. Trying to stay with his Turner. Gets it in the corner and lost it on the baseline. Dribbled it on the baseline.
Yeah, she sure did.
Looking for that second chance opportunity.
Well, she got to that loose ball quicker than Schaus did. Good
So
hustle.
3:28 to go. And a game tied at 34 here in Crestwood, Kentucky. On this Saturday afternoon, early college hoops action in December. Looking down low and a bad pass by Johnson. A lollipop looking to get down underneath for McGregor and throws it out of play.
Just a shade too high, and she was open too.
They really worked it well to McGregor in this fourth quarter, but
they have.
weren't able to get it to her there.
Yeah, just a tad bit, but she had the position. It was good thought.
Turner across the timeline, moves it right to left, gets to the free throw line, pulls from 15, and left it short of the rim, and back the other way for Anderson County. Not a very clean possession there.
No, and again, it almost looked like there was contact there.
3:01 to go. 34 all in this action on Glycat. Down low for McGregor, took some contact and missed it underneath, but we'll head back to the line.
Might have got away with a hook there.
Johnson got it to her, and Faith McGregor.
I wish we had video. I'd like to see that again.
We'll have two, and a timeout used by Crystal Hatchett. So we'll take a timeout also. 2:49 to go in the fourth, and a 34 all game on Glycat.
Okay, where are we not moving?
To ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
34 all here in Crestwood between South Oldham and Anderson County on this Saturday on Glycod. And with 2:49 to go, the Bearcats have fought all the way back. We're down 12 at half. And Faith McGregor now will have two here for the Bearcats to take the lead. And the first no good. McGregor came in 5 for 5 from the line this year, made the first two. Trying to give Anderson County a 1-point lead. The second in and out, no good. So it goes 0 for 2, and it stays a 34 game here with 2:45 to go. And up top, Turner trying to swing it over for Buckman. A bad pass taken away by Johnson. They'll move it left to right and slow it up here with Felaney Johnson. On that Dragons logo high on the left side, dribbles on the deck with her left hand, hands it off to Schaus. Schaus picked up by Bricky. Back to Johnson, left side of the floor, around the three-point line. To the elbow. Johnson gets it back to Schaus. Gets inside the paint, kicks the corner, 3-ball is up and good. What a look. And a beautiful setup right there to knock it home.
Absolutely. She got cut off and kicked it to the wide open shooter in the corner. Good job by Schaus.
Kate Cooper knocks it down. Young gets inside the three-point line from the right side from about 15, no good. Taken away by Anderson County. 3-ball is up, left side, no good right there for Baum. And able to stay with it underneath are the Bearcats.
No, South Oldham going to get it.
Correction, they give it back to South Oldham. It looked like McGregor got her hands on it. A call for the foul, and with 1:45 to go, a 3-point Anderson County lead, up 37-34. South brings a length of the floor. And they'll do so right to left. Young across the timeline. Gets it to Stahl. Stahl down low for Pratt. 2 defenders on her. Back up top to Buckman. Fakes a 3. Buckman downhill drive. Missed the shot from the left block, but gets her own miss. And a foul called as a push called in the back here on Schaus. We'll keep it underneath with 1:24 to go.
Yeah, they can't give up offensive rebounds this time of game.
They'll call it a reach. And Pratt going to trigger it in. And a push called here looking for Buckman, and Schaus called for another foul.
That's her second.
1:23 left in regulation. A 3-point Anderson County lead. And Pratt trying to get it in. McGregor got her hands on it and taken away. Back to Johnson. They'll bring it across the timeline. And a timeout used as Clay Bird whistle once time. We'll stay here for this one. And with 1:14 to go, Anderson County now can really start using time to their advantage with the basketball back.
Yeah, and the next shot's 2 free throws. Next foul's 2 free throws on either team. Timeout situation. Anderson has 3 left. South Oldham has 1 left. I'm trying to go back to McGregor inside. She's a senior. She's been through the wars. Or I'm trying to get Johnson a good open look or drive to the basket. If I'm South Oldham, I would almost try to deny that pass instead of playing behind it. They've been playing behind McGregor most of the time. I've seen her come up a couple times, but I would certainly play in front of her and make them make the entry pass.
What's really helped Anderson County be able to get back into this ball game down 12 at half and now with a 3-point lead? I really feel like they shot the ball a lot better in the second half.
Yeah, they've shot the ball a lot better. Their defense is a lot better for sure. Again, South Oldham has 6 points since about 4 minutes in the second quarter, I'm sorry. And Anderson went on that 11-0 run to cut it to 28-25, and they've just been carrying on with that. I mean, it's 9-6, but now they've got a 3-point lead. So just better defense, I think, and still a lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play on both teams. But
1:14 to go. We thank you for being with us wherever you may be today. And Ellie Schaus has it for Anderson County, moving it right to left, high up top.
They're in a 1-2-2 or 2-2 or 2-3.
Into the corner. Back up top to Schaus. Schaus cross court over to Baum. Back up top on that Dragons logo to Johnson, and a foul called here with 56 left in the fourth. And this is going to be assessed on Madison Young.
And that should put
Johnson will out of the line.
Yeah, sorry.
And she'll have 2 here. The 79% free throw shooter.
Got to knock him down.
Makes the first, and it's a 4-point game. 38-34. And one more coming for the senior. Second, rattles around, no good. Taken back by Young. She'll move it across. Gets it down low, gets down low into the paint, to the block, missed the shot. Snuck her way past 2 defenders, but too strong off the glass. Back the other way with Johnson. Gets across to Baum. Baum double teamed in the corner. Gets past defenders, now back up top to Schaus. Swings it across to Girard. Now straight on here, and a foul out front as they got it back to Ella Baum. And she'll go to the line with 31 seconds left. Had a clean look at it there for Young, but just left it a little too strong.
Looked like she got off balance there at the last second. I don't know if there was contact or what. But
trying to make it a 5-point game in the first off the back of the iron, no good. So it stays a 38-34 game with 31 to go. Baum, a 73% free throw shooter. Second is good, so 1 for 2. South with 1 timeout left. Down 5 right now, 39-34. They'll get it in, the full court press on for Anderson. Ricky brings it across the timeline. Moves it right to left. Stahl in the right corner, looking to get it down low, and a bad pass taken away by Johnson, and she's fouled with 18 left.
You can't throw over Johnson. You got to fake it high and go around her.
So Lainey Johnson will have 2 to try to tack some more points onto this lead. And a chance for Anderson to win their 9th straight over South Oldham. and they make the first.
I've got Anderson with 41. They made it was 39-34, and they made a free throw on that last run.
18 to go, goes 2 for 2, and it says on the scoreboard here 41-34.
I think it's actually 42, but don't quote me on that.
Morgan a 7-point lead. Young brings it across the timeline, moves into the paint, pulls from 15, no good. Bricky a second chance underneath, trying to get it back out into the corner for Buckman, a bad pass, and goes back to the Bearcats. 8 to go. So it looks like Anderson County will come on the road on this Saturday afternoon, down the whole first half, and able to fight back for a victory. They get into the Johnson. They're not looking like they're going to foul. Young right there, whiffer, and a timeout used with 3 seconds left by Clay Birdwhistle. The head coach of Anderson County wants a break. And we'll take a quick break, also have the conclusion. In a moment, a 7-point Anderson lead on Glycat.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Glycod.
41-34 the last 3 seconds of regulation. Schaus gets it in for Johnson, and Anderson County down 12 at the break. Trailed the whole first half and parts of the third quarter. Come back to win it 41-34. And Jeff, a very exciting ball game here today.
Yeah, it was. I mean, once Anderson County got their bearings and got started making some shots, but South Oldham just, I don't know what happened, but they couldn't score the ball in the second half at all.
So Anderson County wins their 5th straight, go to 6-1. South Oldham trying to get off that long schneid of losing to this Anderson County team. You have to go back to 2012. Played a good first half, but lose under their first-year head coach, Crystal Hatchett, today, and drop to 3-2 on the season. We'll come back and have the post-game show and wrap it up from Crestwood in a moment on Glycat.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Line to wet, not just
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The final 41-34 as Anderson County comes back to defeat South Oldham here today. We're back with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge at a broadcast table here at Steve Simpson Court in Crestwood. And Anderson just a better second half, Jeff, and able to come out here with a victory.
They played much better in the second half, definitely. And South didn't play as well as they did in the first half. That had a lot to do with it, too. Neither team played really well, okay? But South got to the 28-point mark there. They were up 28-14, and then the rest of the game they were outscored 27-6.
Yeah,
and that's that Anderson County's experience. South Oldham's got a young team, but this is December. You're looking at 2 months down the road. They play this game in a region tournament. It might be a whole different story.
I thought the tempo for South Oldham was really beneficial for them in the first half, working the ball fast down the floor. We had that fast-paced tempo, not a lot of fouls, but I thought Anderson County was able to slow it down more and had the possessions they won in the second half.
Yeah, they did a much better job offensively, plus defensively they did a much better job. They were starting to beat the Oldham County players to the spot on those cuts, and Lainey Johnson was helping off a lot.
Yeah.
She was switching off on different people, but it was mostly the non-scorers that she was switching off from and helping out. She did a really good job defensively in the second half. And they just played much better defensively from the middle of the third quarter on.
Faith McGregor really stepped up crucial down the stretch of the line, got the ball down low to her from Johnson, and she really came alive in that second half of play.
She did. She missed some easy shots the first half. The second half, she was getting the ball 5-6 feet out and making a move with the dribble, powering up, using her strength to get some shots up, and she knocked down a couple of them.
Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions. Clarity for your financial future. Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions. One more time, the final score, 41-34. Anderson wins. We'll come back and kind of give our thoughts on where both teams are going to go next here on Glycat.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Lycon.
41-34 the final. Back with Jeff Cooper, John Baldridge here in Crestwood as Anderson County defeats South Oldham in this ladies action on this Saturday. And we look at tonight's final stats brought to you by German American Bank, supporting your community school with a German American Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmericanBank.com for more information. Don't have stats from the final part of the ball game, but I really thought Lainey Johnson, she had about 13 or 14 in the fourth quarter, played very well and closed the victory here today.
Yeah, she did, offensively and defensively both. She made some tough shots down there from tough angles off the glass. She intercepted at least 2 inbounds passes or knocked them down, and was a big help defensively, helping out all the time. Got several block shots, and offensively, she tried to force a couple passes there that were actually there, but just bad passes. And but she calmed down, and the last 2 or 3 minutes she was real solid.
What do you fix from here if you're Clade Birdwhistle? You got to be happy coming back and winning the ball game. As you mentioned, just some of the spacing on the floor in the first half. How do you fix that and fix some other things you try to work on as you get ready for your next game this coming week? Well,
just defensively, you've got to stay with your man and either switch or go over the screens, one of the two, decide beforehand. You can switch it up. And when somebody does cut by, somebody's got to cut down and hit that spot off. And They did a much better job of that help defense in the second half.
For South Oldham, they led the whole first half and parts of that third quarter. Weren't able to win the basketball game, but Crystal Hatchett in her first season, as a South Oldham fan, supporter, alumni, you got to be very happy what you've seen from her today, coming out here and really had her team ready to go for this ball game.
Yep, they just didn't finish it. They got to a point, and it's early in the season. Maybe they got tired. They quit executing like they had been. So, hey, again, Anderson had a lot to do with that. But in the end, they were still only 7 points out. So, you have to really, if you're a South Oldham fan, like the job that Chris Hatchett's done so far. And I think this team will be much better a month from now.
Anderson County gets ready for Nelson County on Thursday, and then they won't play again until Friday, January 3rd, back at home against Shelby County. Meanwhile, for South Oldham, they get set for Holy Cross on December 20th, and then Collins on December 21st. We'll come back, give our players of the game, and wrap it up from Crestwood in a moment.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham High School's basketball from Lycon.
Final score here this afternoon is Anderson County defeats South Oldham 41-34 in this afternoon affair here in Crestwood. Back with Jeff Cooper, John Bolderton, our final segment today. As we look at the players of the game, presented by Crestwood State Farm insurance agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. We'll start with South Oldham. Mentioned they led the whole first half, weren't able to come home with a victory, but really promising effort from their first-year head coach, Crystal Hatchett, and their team today. A lot of underclassmen on this team, and I thought one of those underclassmen really stepped up in sophomore Grace Turner. We decided to go with her as the player of the game. And, Jeff, what really caught your eye about her today?
The way she handled the ball and pressure, the way she hustled all over the floor, defense. She made some big shots, especially in the first half. I just thought she played really well.
What's it like trying to coach underclassmen? You don't have many seniors on this team, only 2 seniors on the roster for South Oldham. So it's got to be some challenges. I know you're assistant coach for Crystal Hatchett in last year's team, but taking over that main seat role, it's got to be a challenge when you don't have a lot of senior leaders on the ball club.
No, it really is, and you have to one of your juniors or underclassmen has to step up and be that person, or a couple of them. And we had a situation out of Holy Cross where we had 2 years with the same girls, and we had 3 seniors and 3 juniors, or 4 seniors and 3 juniors. And at one time, they were all juniors and sophomores. So you just have to be a little bit patient with them, but they have to know what's expected, and they have to know that that they're what's expected is to win, and you instill that winning attitude even when they're juniors. So when the senior time comes around, that's what they expect. They come out and expect to win.
For Anderson County, you could have gone with Faith McGregor, who had a really good fourth quarter, but we decided to go with Lainey Johnson as our player of the game, and has been a captain, a leader, a 2-year 8th Region Player of the Year, and again showed it in the fourth quarter what she can do out there tonight.
Yeah, she did. She made a lot of big defensive plays in terms of blocking passes and shots. Made some big shots. She stepped up and led her team tonight. And
you gotta like the depth that you have on this Anderson County team if you're Clade Birdwhistle, not just your 5 starters, but also Abby Wells played well. We mentioned Kate Cooper's name a lot, Gabby Lane. I mean, you can go down to a team, and it helps to have a lot of depth, as Clade Birdwhistle does.
Now's the time of the year to develop that depth because you're going to cut down in the postseason to probably a 7-person rotation, 7-player rotation. Sometimes it's 8, depends on who you have. But yeah, you want to get that depth. You never know when an injury's going to crop up. You never know, somebody might make grades for a week. I doubt that. But I mean, there's just things. You never know if somebody's got a family emergency, and that's when your depth has to step up. It's always got to be that next person up mentality.
Anderson County wins their 5th straight. They go to 6-1. South Oldham drops to 3-2. We look at our upcoming schedule here on GlideCat, presented by D's Consulting, proud community partner and sponsor of tonight's game here on GlideCat. Good schedule coming up this week here on GlideCat, and we'll look forward to all those exciting games to come. And we'll be over at Eastern, I believe, on Friday, so that will be exciting, and looking forward to that. But
should be a good game, yeah. From what I've seen so far, it's a boys' game, and Butler's been the best team in the 6th region so far. And Eastern's always competitive. They have a new coach this year, which I didn't realize until about 3 weeks ago. And they picked up a real good transfer named Luke Whitehead's son is over at Eastern now. I don't know if he's playing yet or how he's doing, but that should be a pretty good ball game. It's at Eastern, and be a good test for both teams.
Jeff, I would say we could pause for a moment here, but we're the last people in the gym, so we'll get out of here and let everybody get on with their day on this Saturday. But we thank
that's an inside joke.
You all for being with us, and it's been a fun afternoon for basketball. It's been a fun one to call it. Again, Anderson County wins it 41-34 here on GlideCat. Have a great afternoon and great night, and we'll talk to you next time. So long from now.
From GlideCat, this has been Oldham High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @GlideCod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GlideCod.